A quick start here for Liquid, and actually we'll be able to swing back behind this pressure and showers over. Soulcast immediately shut down. Twiston will get traded out. Aslan will actually find a response as well. Down to 20 HP, has to peel away though.
Yeah, so this should at least allow the spike to go down. And Scream, I think, just got some unconfirmed damage on God B, who's, left in tatters. But there's plenty of players working back in. Scream just going to sit on this corner if he can. Turns to flash well. He's so prepared for that, but he does get caught. Aslan really good for the trade. That's really quite imperative. Leaving it now down to 2. Link and Yampi. Actually, Link just going to tuck himself in for now. Look at the HP, though. It is low. Aslan looking rough around the edges, as is God B, but there is still players alive and kicking. And Yampi now, vision highly limited, trying to do what he can, but smoke's in the way, body's in the way. He's still gonna. Oh,
no way.
Yampi's made it viable. And Casper, what are you gonna do with it? That's what you're gonna do. Somehow still trying to do the damage, but you're right. It's all down to timing, and Yampi just about brought enough of it. Walking away barely alive at this point. And they're still fighting for this control, and Yampi gets caught sleeping. Didn't expect the player to push behind it. Thought he maybe got away with it. Trying to deal with the utility thrown in front of him, but that's a big win coming out for Big. And here comes that fun habit of saying big in regards to everything they do. As Link does overwhelm Casper, and that's going to pull Obnox into attention. Has to respect now that they've lost Hookah control. And the rotations are a little far away. I don't know if he got noted there.
Well.
Right. Fair enough. Scream, oh my word, this could be an absolute clock. Soulcast delivers towards Twiston, so that alleviates the pressure on the site. And now Aslan worked through this well, but there's still Scream, and he seems so aware of it. And yeah, he is. Scream is on it today. He is
sharp.
Quite clear at this point. Soulcast will be leading the way here. The divide going to be sitting towards the back of the site, and Twiston waiting for an appearance. He finds it. Soulcast just freebie, and that's going to send it through as well. That's going to deny the spike plant and pick up Link. This is a really nice resistance from Big. They've held this even with all that utility coming in. Now it doesn't actually deny the plant, excuse me. That will go down regardless. It's just one, I guess, redeeming factor. And there's Navera. That's what we want to see. How does he look with this up? Does he look good on chamber? As already it's a 3v3 post plant.
Oh, Scream just slips off the edge there. He would have had an angle just behind default, but initial tap comes through. Liquid find everything they need to. Screen
nice,
clean things up, and a 5-0 start here for Liquid. Yeah, reasonably late hit towards A site, but it should be fairly comfortable on the way in. Other than that, and we'll find one.
But again, it's all favorable numbers. It's all favorable trades. Yampi's won out the fight as well towards Shower, so this has now made the problem even worse. It spiraled into a really bad scenario for Obnox and Casper. They were pretty late. It's probably a save. You have no step towards the site. You have no information there. Approach of what it brings to the roster. But again, it's all good in theory, but I do want to see it practically providing. For now, though, Yampi with the first pick. Casper goes down. Scream deals with the TP. That's comfy. That's 2 big picks. And yeah, Obnox wants to dip in for a little information, but he receives a whole lot too much. Gets pinged out. Yampi takes him down, and this is all just one after the other. It's flawless. It's comfortable, and Liquid just going through the motions. And like we're here for days. All right, really making our money is worth. And Aslan, he's been trying.
Yeah,
he has been trying, and little to no reward for it, sadly. Early control has been garnered now by Liquid, building up towards that ult economy, just looking so favorable. And there it is. Speaking of, Scream's gonna pop it. And now the A side's looking more vulnerable, but we are seeing aggression on the back lines. Keep that in the back of your mind as Gobby is on the way. He is joined by Obnox, but they still have to hold the line for now. Gets in the end. Twiston's there. It's fine. Big hold. Casper is there. They've actually held this perfectly. They didn't even need the back line. Navera's going to look towards it eventually, but that's the first time we've really seen Big holding that, and I don't. And this time Soulcast has been denied that early presence, but you can have Yampi kind of pick it up the pace anyway. Just dry swings it. Didn't even bother with utility, just kind of took it where he wanted. Now we have herded away by Yampi, only to be seen by Soulcast, and he's on the site. The presence is certainly rough to handle. It does kind of cut a lot away from what Big can do. I like what Soulcast has done this round, just taking that space towards the site. And this is a safe. They're just done. Back away, boys. Keep the rifles. The site's yours. But let's roll it back to the start, right? Because Aslan's been trying to fight for shower control, but that time he just gets body checked by Yampi just walking it.
See it at its perfect timing for the Owl Drone to pave the way.
Yeah, Soulcast being the tip of the spear as well. Going to put himself in this, but there are still 2 players in the back of the side. But Scream's got a shot knocks. Not sure where that came from, but hey, Scream's found it. Soulcast does get traded out on, but he does at least facilitate the cross, and Scream's going to fill that void. There's still 2 players lingering around. Aslan has yet to really leave that ult. Twist and punishes Scream, so that's good work. And then Navera with a quick answer back through towards Lambs. But now, where's that spike?
Yeah.
Is it down? No, it's going to be taking the TP, but keep in mind, there's still a player back here. Casper watching the cross. There it is. Round over, done with. That was finally a good response. It took a whole lot to do it.
Well,
That's going to be a second round.
so that I've had a little bit of a fumble on the side of Liquid. Bigger almost.
And now, Cycross going to come in. Soulcast going to cover that off. Backside's all his. And he does get a lot of work done. He gets to close the gap. Oh dear, Aslan's going to be feeling a little rough around the edges after that exchange, but Gob does at least shut him down. 4v3, look at the time left though. It's down to 8 seconds. Liquid are running this so late. It's a dangerous game, and especially when you lose that fight. Spike still down though. Link and Navera, what do you have for us? A 2v4. Is this in the realms of possibility?
Twisted,
Not looking
man.
likely. Twisted so aware and so quick on that too, but Link, he's been given a second shot at this. Gets to hit the reload as well, but now gets shut down from both sides. Twisted
With a
flies on
shorty.
in. Yes, you could argue that up to Liquid making some mistakes, as you would like to. Negative Nancy over there, but rounds nonetheless. But now we have to see how this looks on the defending side.
Oh,
Already Twisted off to a
no.
great start. Soulcast now gets deleted. Flash comes in. Navera blinded. Has to fall away. Respect that. Double dips and can't get it done. Obnox takes it over. Sights pretty much fully under control. No problems.
And Obnox has picked up the shorty. And you
Good.
know where he's going to be playing with it. Yampy is making his way back behind Market here. Might be able to find one. Yeah, but actually, Aslan has a support system in place here. Yeah, big, have an absolute stranglehold on this site right now.
Useless individual.
The constellations.
Any damage.
Yeah.
Anything. 1. Okay. Can we get a 2? No, we cannot actually. Big with the perfect beginning, right?
3 seconds
Big
left.
aren't here. They're heading towards Soulcast, who is lurking around the showers.
And there's nothing to stop this, really.
No, not really. He's just there with a gun, which works well enough towards Casper. Tries to get himself the orb, which he should be able to get as well. 13 seconds. Big are leaving this quite late. Again, it does get a little bit dicey in that regard. It's not the end of the world for now. They don't have shower control. They don't have CT control, but they still have enough of the post plant that can keep them somewhat safe. But there are weapons coming back in here for Liquid. And now if Soulcast can do a bit of damage or take away further space from Big, that would be huge. Link still found value towards Twiston. I couldn't tell you how. Soulcast on the swing. We're down to a 2v2 now.
Blinded.
It could be a late showers piece here. No, Liquid are expecting it. It's not going to matter who he wins out versus Scream.
Not a fight you'd normally expect going that way, but Soulcast has to deal with this quickly. He can't waste any more time. And again, we like a raise on this map. Can't deny it, and we want to see Navera have impact. Well, that's a good start, right? Finds Casper. Not overly aggressive necessarily, taking a bit of a proactive angle. Has the ability to lean across the other side of the map if necessary. Again, this front line from Liquid's tricky. Soulcast, dangerous game here. Good flash
Beautiful
in,
flash.
though. That is perfect stuff. Scream sends that in with just a kiss on the back of it. It's perfect, but what on earth just happened? Twisted and Obnox instantly reply, and now Navera is the only one here. He's got players left, right, center, and he has to take a fight on one, and Obnox outdoes him. And Link on the
30 seconds
retake
left.
with a judge now. Yampy, I mean, they're locked out. It is a 2v3 sure, but Links have to try and find a way to make this work with just a judge, really.
A lot for the classic initially here. If he can get himself into lamps, there's a chance. He can find a kill, find an upgrade. I think that's going to be the plan, yeah.
Yeah, priority number 1, try and get into some sort of distance. And no, Twiston, locked, loaded, sat there, crouched, went down. No worries, mate, gotcha. They're still trying to get some morsel, a crumb of information. They're getting nothing. Second Flash will be back with that Sky any second now as well. And Obnox can just try and work his way around all that utility. There's the Flash quick. It's beautiful work, Obnox. Got inspired by watching Twiston, and now again, Navera. It was, what, a 1v4 last time? It was a 1v3 this time. Now down to a 1v2. And again, that up. Pricey. and he wants to keep hold of it. They could maybe leave him up there for a sec, see if they can utilize that further ahead positioning. And yeah, they absolutely do. Aslan, wonders made from that. Gonna pop the ult as well off the back, and now there's gonna be problems for Liquid, and they know it. You can see the response scrambling for control, and they just don't have any of it. That's perfect, though. That's good.
Oh. Immediately traded.
Okay, fair enough. 4v3, Nivera, Soulcast, Link.
Sure.
They need it. They need this now, and Link's just gonna...
It's a judge and an operator on the retake, though. It's just...
It's not happening.
It's painful to watch.
It's just not happening for them. The operator's not bringing as much as I expected, if I'm honest. Now, don't get me wrong. Obviously, someone like Godby knows how to navigate around someone who wants to try and utilize an operator, right? The guy is one of the best in the game at thinking like that and has the most experience in doing it. It feels like they've completely navigated around Nivera every single round. I feel like they haven't really had much threat towards that at all. No.
They can't let them plant, like...
All right, Nivera, right place, right time, potentially. It's a one-for-one trade. You got Obnox, I guess that could be a problem for getting towards the sites now without the flashes potentially and everything else. So maybe a bit of value from that, but we still see the bigger continuing forward. Fact-finding mission everywhere. Link now noted. Gob's trying to do a little bit of chip damage towards that potentially, but Gobby's got the spike, keep in mind, so he can't over-aggress this. He doesn't want to leave that...
There's no armor.
Oh gosh, you're right. He's gonna have to make a play with this one soon. Okay, finds Twist and he knows there's another. He needed some help and he gets the Yampy makes his appearance. There it is. A little bit of a crunch finally comes in. The saving grace here, leaving just one standing. Casper now in a 1v3. Spike deep in enemy territory and Link over pushing. This is nasty. Casper wouldn't have predicted it. Link very well played to fill that void. And gonna be working his way forward. Taking over long control for now. Link's still going to lock it down. Wow, two integral kills. It's his domain. We know that. That is his room. We might as well call it Link at this point. As Scream's going to be working from the back of the site. Yampy potentially on the swing with him. Beautiful flash. Now the synergy hits. Now the timing's there. Are you getting paid by the hour? Liquid just extending the game and then suddenly flicking a switch. And Scob going to try and progress himself a little further here. Nivera does find Aslan. And you're right, he's found a little bit of space here, and actually they're being sold. A little bit of a ruse, but there is still Link. Right, and now they got to know that there's a chance he's still in there. And Godby's progress is incredible. Oh no! Yampy gets to stay alive! And that's going to ruin all of this plan. The rotations are going to be coming in. Now, can they do anything with this? So, Gob, Obnox, and Casper, what positions are they in? They still don't have that much map control. Keep in mind, they had to navigate around Hookah. They didn't quite go towards it. Link still punched his Yampy away from the side, and it looks like 12-12 is beckoning. Obnox, how much damage do you do? Absolutely nothing to dissuade the scoreline, and it's 12-12. Liquid taking us the distance. You can see that utility coming into effect. And Twiston desperate to regress on this. He's actually played behind the boot, maybe a little too much so. And Link's going to get a punish on both here. Aslan a little late to the party. Tries to come across and get any sort of presence noted, and you can see Liquid just scrambling, getting the hell out of there. They've pulled the rotations, they've done the damage, but actually two players now going to be evacuating the site. Now the spike hasn't quite committed either way. It's going the long run all the way around towards the backside of A. Maybe let Soulcast and the boys try and secure the site for you, because they need to do that though. It can't even be a battle. Soulcast so quick to this. They keep doing the damage. That's lovely work from Soulcast. They didn't know Casper was there. Oh, and he makes his appearance. Not so friendly this go. Post and sound looking for more. Casper, there was a chance, but Link. And they don't even have to overdo anything. And this is conditioning from the regular rounds. They've been so paranoid about it. From Yampy is gorgeous. Yes, he gets punished by Twiston, but there's still layers to this, and Link's part of that. It's a 2v3, and they have to deal with it now, and the Vera's on the way. And that was brilliant. Just playing mind games. Expecting no way are they going to aggress towards Link when he's had that judge, so why not push ourselves? And they've done them. They've absolutely nutmegged them, but it's still Twiston, right? The raid boss for Big. Can he save them in OT? This would be heartbreaking, genuinely. If you're looking at it, you'd say the Big were the side who turned some of these rounds around their head, but hey, that's the way it goes. But here we go. Time's on his side. He needs to find four.
Over to heaven. Unnoted as well, from short.
And the spike's not too unfavorable for him. He can still work with it. Free kill. Oh, it was clean. He's got the ult. Okay. Ult's now ready to go. Gonna try and get a little paint shell down. Good damage on Nivera. Don't be caught sleeping on this. Nivera gonna push himself up. Link's gonna get the defuse, and Team Liquid. Look, it may not be
By the
heartbreak
skin of
this
their
time,
teeth, by the way.
but it is unbelievable. Like,
Just
why?
putting that one
Why?
out there. Just
Shut
yeah,
up.
Just
Shut up, Mike. We're underway,
Eyes down.
and just knocks the wind out of you. Aslan gonna find one, and that's the beginning you want to be seeing. If we want to look at this player critically, we have to say he has to hit towards that, top end of what Twiston was doing. That's the start, but that's an answer. Yampy with a quick 2, gonna find Obnox and Twiston, and now down to the 3v3. The site is Liquid, but the rest of the group is coming on over, but it's just got B.
Beautiful.
And Liquid, that burst potential.
if Aslan will actually get stunned up. Twisting with a little one-way here to work off of. Big damage coming through. Link will fall initially. Aslan finds his third. Formality at this point. Just one left to find. And Scream with a ghost.
What's that?
A Spectre. Well, you're not listening.
Sorry.
You're not listening.
Ghosts and
30
Spectres are
seconds
quite
left.
similar, so
Yeah. Nice. Nice
yeah,
turnaround there.
it's been I haven't casted Valorant in a while, so brains, it's building, working on it. Anyway, it's done. And practically what do you do with it? Now there's the presence noted. Now they're gonna have to be aware of there is a chance Snob's made it through, but
Nice
Obnox with a
swing.
quick catch towards Yampy. That's massive.
30 seconds left.
Denies that spiraling. But again, we're down to 30 seconds here, and look at the progress. Yes, Solcast had a good position, but now what can they do with this? And the lean, actually, from Aslan's going to be a problem because Solcast is here so early. Gun out. He might be caught here. He gets to keep his life. He's a lucky boy today, but there's still Twisted on the site. 13 seconds ago to make the hit.
What?
Link deletes him. Screams found Obnox. And Aslan, desperate to be irrelevant, but 5 seconds. Where's the spike? It needs to go down. It is right down to the wire for this plant. Just about gets it done. And his gob left in a 1v2. Link is low HP. He's tucked to the back of the site. But Scream being a problem to deal with, Gobby knows he's got to clear this. And now there's the player watching the side. Nice little post-plant. Crossfire. It's caught. Punished. Now, that's a player advantage as quick as you like. But there's a quick split up middle as well. But Navera's been beheaded. Twiston looking a little different today, so not too surprising. This progress has been read. There's 2 players up towards the other side of this who are waiting, very aware of someone potentially being behind this wall. And as much as, yes, Yampy shows a little bit of presence, actually linked to get the punish cast, but let's one flip, but he does get caught in the end by Soulcast, turns around. Obnox still towards the back of the site. He's going to be a nuisance to clear, but he's still holding himself at least safe for now. Gobby finds him. Obnox gets Yampy. I'm kind of curious. I'm curious.
He's going to
but...
get aftershock now, surely. Nope, they're just going to swing on to him.
There it is.
Okay.
Okay. So, well, isolated and removed. Soulcast gone. 15 seconds.
Nice Scream.
Scream's dead. Scream is dead and buried.
Down, B.
Bigger looking, larger in charge here. They're actually really keeping control of these rounds. Yampy blinded. Yeah, Link's done well here, but it is just going to be a Link up against 2. Both towards CT. You'd have to somehow magically close the
It's a
gap.
shorty.
And there indeed was that shorty waiting.
Yeah, it's spike unretrievable, so the clock will decide this one's big. Actually take the lead here, and you're right, this has been...
Gobby by his side, so a bit of a dangerous combination. You can see the issues they're already having. Utility galore, but actually it's Scream to punish Obnox, trying to get ahead and maybe join the rest, but Pillar is not safe anymore as Soulcast will press the corner, punishes Twiston, and actually expected one towards the back of the side, but no, Gobby double stacked towards the Pillar and does get Soulcast, expecting more, but he's lost the timing. Now there's plenty on the side, still going to take Navera with him, as Casper going to try and pick up the mantle. Spike going down, can he catch one? Oh, he just let the bullet slip a little too early. And now on the way out, Aslan gets caught.
Did they actually
Navera.
force the issue here onto the Vera?
Looks like they want to, but speaking of forcing the issue, Soulcast going to punish up towards the top, over by B, and they're going to take the site. Not necessarily for free, but they've taken it pretty quickly. Twiston's managed to actually fill the gap in a really interesting bit of timing. I wonder if they still check. They do, but he is hinged. What a belting shot on Yampy, and they want to close that gap now. What a time to play back in. Soulcast and Navera thought they had a little bit of maybe a room to breathe, but nothing.
Wait,
Oh, Aslan did.
Yeah,
he
spotted him.
did. He did.
He got him. Okay. Soulcast, though, still deadly. Shot and a half. Investment's gorgeous. Soulcast, can you do a tap?
No way! No
Soulcast!
way!
6. But away we go. Twiston this time going to quit
Fake.
towards that B side, but it is the beautiful... It was a beautiful fake, and it's just getting better. Soulcast is a one-man army, and there it is. There's the horrible surprise that Big just didn't want to have happen. One, you lose out on a player on the fake side of things, on the side that's not meant to have much behind it, but they've even filled the void of that middle presence as well. Keep your eyes on the likes of Yampy. He's gonna be lurking through middle. They have no access to this. This is one of the most beautiful fakes I think I've seen in a long time. And it's not easy to trick someone like Gob or any of these players on that big side. Like, this isn't just a team of no ones. These guys are your cerebral players at times. Like, you know, he's still standing, but 30 seconds now. This B crunch is coming in, whether they like it or not, and they've won the fight that actually could be the instigator. The scream goes down, the wall goes up. Yampy now denied. It's gonna be Soulcast all on his lonesome, surrounded by so many players. If he does anything with this, it'd be impressive. He can't quite find it, and sometimes the ghosts do be like that.
Oof.
Spike planted.
Basically. I mean, it's tough.
I've seen your ghosts.
Yeah, it's
right.
clean, crisp, flawless. Some would say.
Crazy. That's crazy. I've never heard that. However, I have heard that Link has got at least a start in this round on the way back in. But Big in the post plant, looking quite tasty. Navera's actually found Casper. What is happening? How is this happening? Okay, Gob's still alive. He's still not going to let this one go. Surely they don't let this go. Gob is now have to put all of this side on his back. How has this happened?
They're here pretty
Yampy
quick
now.
behind it as well.
Yeah, but they just don't seem to be bothered that Yampy could be peeking. It's a little bit of shoulder peek back. He knows now what's going on. There it is. Aslan forced to show his hand, though. Has to get involved, otherwise that could have gone wrong. Navera playing on the other side of this. Wall goes up. He's going to find the player. Sprays in for another. Can't quite get it. God B does quell the threat, but it's 24 seconds. And there's still Scream. He's still waiting. Does he try and clear the site here?
Spike planted.
Oh, he's going to be teeing him up. Ooh, another player's put it up towards the rafters as well. Tries to connect the shot he needs. Soulcast does it. And now Casper, 1v3. He can't get it. Soulcast lands the shot.
Nothing at all. And this will be Liquid finding 11. And they find an opener.
Aggressive.
And it's Casper that falls.
And they've already got the swing. They're already stepping out towards the B site. Just kind of walking their way back in, catching them as they try and make their play through middle. They now know the full idea as to what Big was up to. Oh, bigger in a real spot of bother here. They've lost all idea of map control. They don't know where these players are. They just lost Twiston over the backside of main. Gob and Obnox, what are you going to try and fight your way back in? That's not bad. Link is just underneath them. And you can see now Gob be the last one alive in a 1v4, 15 HP. Can at least punish Link. Confirms position. Soulcast is there. Mid lane's scary because you've now got a crossfire on it. Scream sprays in, gets one. Yampy finds Obnox.
Second.
Yeah, this is mid's just been shut for business. Signs up. Not today, boys. And now they're down to 3. You've got Gobby, Casper, and Twiston. Now, I guess you look at it. Still got Twiston, who, you know, if he just goes full fragger mode, all right, fair enough. Game back on. Casper can still facilitate something, but information. It's been relayed again. Oh, dear. And they're going to just feel so countered, so red, unless Casper can maybe be a problem. No, of course not. They're walking go, gosh, Scream's really sharp today. But he's been fed all that information. Everything's been noted. And Twiston, your last man standing, 33 HP in a dream. He's got so many players to play against. Rez comes in, and they're hunting him down. And why not? The spray is good for 1, but it ain't good enough for the game. It's 13-6. Team Liquid